Welcome back. It's time to get a check of your weather with meteorologist Thomas Geboy. And Thomas, I am jealous of you. Yesterday, you were on those slopes, which got pounded with snow. It's awesome.
Yeah, yesterday I was snowboarding while snow was falling. It was a wonderful time. And thanks to the folks at Sundance for having me. It was a great time. Just kept on going up and down the runs. Couldn't help myself. It was so wonderful out there. Sundance, since yesterday, has picked up 4 inches of fresh snow, so several inches of snow there, while Beaver Mountain has picked up 13 inches of snow since yesterday, 11 inches at Powder Mountain, 10 inches at Solitude, and 9 inches at Alta. Just keep in mind for Big and Little Cottonwood Canyon this morning, be prepared for some road closures as they'll be doing avalanche mitigation, but most of the snow is currently coming to an end. There are still some light flurries in spots in the high country mainly, and most of what we've seen in the valleys has since come to an end. And as we go throughout the next few hours, just about all that snow will come to an end as high pressure is briefly settling in. And I want to make sure that we use the word briefly there because the high pressure won't be sticking around. You can see how quickly it's moving from west to east. Already starting to see more cloud coverage increasing in Nevada, and we're already starting to see moisture finding its way into California. You got an upper level low pressure off the Pacific Northwest. It's tapping into moisture from the Pacific, and by tomorrow that moisture is going to be finding its way into our neighborhood. So today we get calmer conditions. Make sure that you get outside and enjoy today because we're moving into a much more active pattern as we close out the work week and move into the upcoming weekend. Here's the view from Ogden Nordic up in Liberty, where this morning we have seen some flurries, but you can see a few breaks in the clouds, but that is a really pretty view on this very early Thursday morning. Happy Friday Eve, by the way. Then down in St. George, this is shaping up to be a beautiful sunrise. Still waiting for that camera to go black and white to see the full colors of the sunrise this morning in St. George. It's a bit chilly, though. We're starting off with a temperature of 34 degrees. It's 23 degrees in Provo. Most along the Wasatch Front, though, are starting off in the mid to upper 20s, while Logan, we're sitting at 20 degrees. So make sure that you bundle up as you head out the door. But your dog walking forecast, this is Duke. And Duke looks like a good boy. He's ready to go. And today will be a good day to take Duke for a walk. Temperatures a bit on the chilly side right now. Will be close to freezing by mid-morning, but then as we get into the afternoon, temperatures along the Wasatch Front will be climbing into the low and mid-40s. That's still about 5 to 10 degrees below seasonal averages, but that's really not that bad. And down in southern Utah, we'll be even closer to our seasonal averages. As we zoom things in here, we'll see a daytime high in the mid-30s for the Wasatch Back and the Uinta Basin. Daytime highs ranging mainly in the low 30s, but we'll see a daytime high in the upper 20s in Vernal. Then as we make our way into central Utah, 52 in Green River, 39 in Castledale, 48 degrees in Richfield. Then down in southern Utah, daytime high 47 in Blanding, 38 in Bryce Canyon. That's a pretty nice day to go for a hike in Bryce Canyon, and a daytime high of 64 degrees in St. George. That sounds really nice. But let's go ahead and begin the Futurecast. 7 o'clock this morning, high pressure in control for now. But notice what happens as we get into the evening hours. That high pressure moves away to the east. Winds are going to start to increase out of the south, and by this evening into tonight, moisture will be working its way in from Nevada, and during the overnight hours tonight, we'll actually have a pretty decent chance for wet weather, mainly in the northern portion of the state, with temperatures dropping into the middle 30s along the Wasatch Front. We could see a wintry mix, times of rain and times of snow, but expecting snow up in our mountains. But with a warm front that's going to be lifting north as we go through tomorrow, we're going to be looking at a better chance for some valley rain. Mountain snow temperatures will be trending upwards, but not only is northern Utah going to have the chance for wet weather for our Friday, but all the way down into southern Utah as well, as a weak cold front moves its way in from the west, and we'll be looking at a good chance for wet weather across the entire state. Again, mainly valley rain and mountain snow. High pressure tries to build in briefly in northern Utah for early on Saturday, but we see more moisture moving in, more energy coming in from our west. So Saturday, a good chance for wet weather down south, and we'll hold on to that wet weather chance in northern Utah as well, with more active weather to end the weekend and move into early next week. But because of the system moving in tomorrow, we already have some alerts that have been issued from the National Weather Service in the western portion of the state, west of the I-15 corridor. A wind advisory will go into effect at 11 o'clock tonight. Will continue through 11 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the evening on Friday. Could see some gusts upwards of 55 miles per hour, and we also now have a winter storm watch that'll be going into effect from the central mountains to the northern mountains. That will begin this evening, continuing through late Friday night. We could see 9 to 22 inches in our northern mountains. Isolated higher amounts going to be a possibility. 8 to 16 for the central mountains. Gusts upwards of 60 to 70 miles per hour going to be a possibility within this winter storm watch as well, which will make for some very difficult travel, especially in the high country, once we get from late tonight into tomorrow. As for St. George, we get dry conditions for today, but then we'll have a chance for rain both Friday and Saturday as we get ready to spring forward. A slight chance lingers on Sunday, looking mostly dry to begin next week down in St. George at least, and then bringing in a pretty good chance for rain by the middle of next week. And then along the Wasatch Front, daytime highs low to mid 40s for today, rain likely for tomorrow. But we could start off the day with a wintry mix or maybe even a little bit of snow, but the best chance for snow will definitely be in the high country. Then for our Saturday and Sunday, valley rain and mountain snow will continue to remain a possibility. A slight chance on Monday, so looking to be mostly dry, but can't completely rule out that chance. Then a chance of rain on Tuesday, then bring back that chance for rain and snow possibly by the middle of next week as temperatures will try to start to trend, at least in the downward direction.